Good morning, everyone. This is Michelle Templado, your Mapeh teacher for today's session. In this video, we will be tackling some of the existing national health-related laws in our country, which is the Philippines. But before we proceed, let me introduce to you our objectives for today. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to identify the different health-related laws, appreciate the health-related laws by fostering a profound sense of ethical responsibility and to contribute a positive health outcome, and to create a poster about selected health-related laws. So those are our targets for today's session. Now let's delve to the first health-related laws. We have the Republic Act 10354, or also known as the Responsible Parenthood and Reproductive Health Act. It is the national policy that mandates the Philippine government to comprehensively address the needs of Filipino citizens when it comes to responsible parenthood and reproductive health. So it is an act providing for a national policy on responsible parenthood and reproductive health. It is pursuant to the Declaration of the State Policies under Section 12, Article 2 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, that it is the duty of the state to protect and strengthen the family as a basic autonomous social institution and equally protect the life of the mother and the life of the unborn from conception. So in this act, it shall protect and promote the right to health of women, especially the mother in particular, and of the people in general, and instill health consciousness among them. So this act, the Republic Act 10354, aims to provide universal access to methods of contraception, fertility control, sexual education, and maternal care. It emphasized responsible parenthood, maternal health, and the overall well-being of the families. So, as what we observe in our barangay health center or in any health center, they have free check-up, especially for maternal care. Also, they provide free contraceptives such as condoms, pills, injections, or any other contraceptive. And also, they provide counseling for family planning. So from this act, it improved the reproductive health services, increased awareness, and have better family planning options. Next law, we have the Republic Act 9211, or also known as the Tobacco Regulation Act of 2003. This is an act regulating the packaging, use, sale, distribution, and advertisement of tobacco products and for other purposes. So, Philippine law aimed at promoting a healthier environment by regulating the production, the sale, the distribution, and also the consumption of tobacco products. It includes measures such as a graphic health warning on cigarette packages. So, makabantay mo nga na ay mga health warning sa packaging sa cigarette. Kaya itong pinakauna niya sa front gyud is na diha babala nga makadaot gyud ang pag-sigarilyo. So makita nato sa picture nga nangadaot na ang lungs, nangadaot na ang ngipon, nangadaot na ang tongue. So ug uban pang mga negative effect sa cigarette is ginabutang gid na diha sa packaging sa cigarette. Also, restriction on advertising. So gina-restrict ang pag-advertise og cigarette. So wala na kayo tay madungog or makita nga naay gina-promote nga cigarette sa TV or sa radio. And designated smoking areas to protect non-smokers from second-hand smoke. So, this law also prohibits smoking in certain public places, such as in school, in hospital, or in any public places, in order to minimize harmful effects of tobacco on public health. So, the government implemented this act to reduce tobacco-related illnesses, protect non-smoker, and to discourage tobacco use through comprehensive control measure. The third one, we have the Republic Act number 9165, or the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002. Declaration of the policy. It is the policy of the state to safeguard the integrity of its territory and the well-being of its citizenry, particularly the youth, from the harmful effects of dangerous drugs on their physical and mental well-being, and to defend the same against acts or omissions detrimental to their development and preservation. So toward this act, the government pursue an intensive and unrelenting campaign against the trafficking and use of dangerous drugs and other similar substances through an integrated system of planning, implementation, and enforcement of anti-drug abuse policies, programs, and projects. Mabitaw na ay mga program nga i-conduct sa ato ang school or sa ato ang barangay nga symposium about anti-drugs, about the negative effects and impacts of illegal or dangerous drugs such as marijuana and shabu. So mao nang naay mga ingon ana nga symposium in order for us to be aware kung unsa di ay ang mga resulta kung mo take ta og mga illegal or mga dangerous nga drugs. Ug napo na sila action nga ginabuhat nga gitawag og tukhang, wherein ilahang pangdakpon ang mga tawo nga ilahang masakpan or ginareport sa ilaha nga nagagamit og illegal drugs. So from this action, it really helps in minimizing the user of drugs. Kay mahadlok naman sila mo gamit tungod sa consequences nga ilahang madawat after. So this act really plays a pivotal role in addressing the complex challenges associated with illegal drugs. Let's proceed to the Republic Act number 7394, or the Consumer Act of the Philippines. It consists of 173 articles divided into 6 titles. This act enacted primarily to protect consumers against hazards to health and safety, and also against deceptive, unfair, and unconscionable sales acts and practices. So here are the objectives in implementing this act. The Republic Act 7394, or also known as the Consumer Act of the Philippines. First is to have protection against hazards to health and safety. So in this part, it ensures the products and services meet safety standards, preventing harm to the consumers. Second is to have protection against deceptive, unfair, and unconscionable sales acts and practices to guard consumers from dishonest or unfair business practices, promoting transparency and fairness in transactions. Third is to have provision of information and education to facilitate sound choice and the proper exercise of rights by the consumer. So, in this part, it aims to empower consumer with knowledge for informed decision making, promote awareness of their rights and choices. Next is to have provision of adequate rights and means of redress. So in this part, it ensures consumers have legal recourse and remedies in case of unsatisfactory products or services, fostering a fair marketplace. And lastly is to have involvement of consumer representatives in the formulation of social and economic policies. So, in this objective, it encourages the inclusion of consumer perspective in the developmental of social and economic policy. So this Republic Act of the Philippines becomes a vital instrument in enhancing health outcomes and fostering a safer and healthier environment for all the consumers. Now let's have the Republic Act number 9512, or also known as the National Environmental Awareness and Education Act of 2008. It is an act that promotes environmental awareness through environmental education and for other purposes. The declaration of the policy states that the state is committed to preserving a balanced and healthy environment, emphasizing youth involvement in nation building through education. It aims to raise national awareness about the crucial role of natural resources in economic growth and the importance of environmental conservation for sustained national development. So, this statement outlines the government's commitment to safeguarding a healthy environment in line with the natural balance. Also, the state aims to raise awareness about the crucial role of the natural resources in economic growth and stresses the significance of environmental conservation for sustained national development. So that's why the CHED, the DepEd, TESDA, DENR, DUST, DSWD, and other relevant agencies integrated environmental education in its curricula, in its school curricula. So, ma'am, bato nang makabantay mo sa atong mga naiuban teacher nato is magpahimo sila or na sila ipakandak sa ato nga community service such as coastal cleaning, community cleaning, tree planting, or any environmental related activity tungod kay nana sa ato ang school curricula. So this act is a tool in preserving our nature and also to have a healthy environment. And the last one, we have the Republic Act number 8423, or also known as the Traditional and Alternative Medicine Act of 1997. Declaration of the policy. It is hereby declared the policy of the state to improve the quality and delivery of healthcare services to the Filipino people through the development of traditional and alternative healthcare and its integration into the national healthcare delivery system. So this statement expresses the government's goal to enhance healthcare for Filipinos by incorporating traditional and alternative healthcare system. So this indicates that the government aims to improve healthcare in the Philippines by integrating traditional and alternative healthcare system. So the goal is likely to blend the conventional medical approaches with traditional healing methods, herbal remedies, or other alternative therapies. So this act aims to provide a more comprehensive and cultural sensitive healthcare system that caters the needs and preferences of the populations here in the Philippines. So those are some of the existing national health-related law. The Philippine government implemented this policy to ensure the health and security of every Filipino and to prevent hazards and negative effects that can affect not just one Filipino but also to the country as a whole. And that's all for today. Thank you and keep safe, everyone.